Good morning, fellow cord cutters. Antoine here, and welcome back to another episode of Cord Cutter Daily, the show where I go over some interesting topics that's going on in the cord cutter industry. So, first thing I want to kick off with is my previous video. I talked about how Friendly TV was adding Curiosity Stream. So, I wanted to see if that was an add on or was it included in Friendly TV's original pricing, which is only $5.99 per month. And yes, it is. So, Curiosity Stream is available and it is included in their pricing and their current channel lineup, so you don't have to worry about it being an add-on. All right, folks, the first topic we're going to get in today is the issue going on with Charter and one of their engineers. So apparently the engineer had an issue with them still having to come into work as normal, even with the COVID-19 pandemic. Right, so he decided to address the issue in an email that was sent out to various employees. I believe it was probably the company email, right? So let's take a look at what he said. So let's go up here. So he said, I do not understand why we are still coming into the office as the COVID-19 pandemic surges around us. Now, keep in mind that, when he sent this email out, states, cities were issuing, state of emergencies. No gatherings more than 50 people, I believe, was at that time. Remember, it went down from 100. Some cases it was 250. Then it kept going down. Now it's around 10 people. But when he addressed the issue, it was 50 people. All right, so it got to the higher up, so they decided to contact him and say, "Hey, just take some time off to think about it. We don't need this type of hula, or we don't need you working up the employees." Which is, in my opinion, when a company says this, they have plans them. Either hopefully they have a plan themselves of how they want to approach the issue that's going on, or they just don't care. One or the other. But we're gonna keep going to see what Charter had to say about it. So what happened was, I said, hey, maybe you should take some time off, take a week off, because he put in his letter of resignation. Resignation. They said, hey, take a week off. Let us know Monday if you still want to resign. So a couple hours later, he went home and they say, hey, we're accepting. Charter has accepted your resignation, effective immediately. So when he went home to think about it, and but who knows? Maybe he went home and other employees was talking about it, like, hey, maybe he's right. Maybe he does have a point. Why are we still working? I'm pretty sure it ruined the whole work ethic once he said that, it ruined the whole work ethic. But I mean, it probably was talks about it anyway within the work community. Because keep in mind, folks, other companies at the time were, and they still are, giving people extra sick days. Saying if you are able to work from home, if your job title allows you to work from home, work from home. But Charter wasn't doing this. And let's go here and see what the chief executive officer, Tom Rutledge, had to say about it. So you may have heard of some companies are instituting broad remote work policies for some of their employees, while we are preparing for that possibility by geography. So based on your area, Charter is not doing the same today. So apparently it looks like this employee probably brought something to the forefront that, like I said, they was probably already thinking about. But sometimes companies can wait too long. Think about it. When you're an employee for somebody, when you have to work for somebody to make a living, to put food on your table, you're pretty much at the mercy of them during these times. And it's tough for somebody to be the first person to say something about something. Not really sure how serious this um, coronavirus pandemic is, as far as like what it will do to each individual. Yeah, we have a general idea. They saying elderly people, it affects more elderly people. Right now, it's just based on numbers, but we don't know how deep it's gotten, how in what areas. It's just the right now the state cities are saying the best thing to do is just not congregate with a lot of people. Churches are doing that. They're having live streams instead of having people coming to the churches, and some people are even taking issues with that. They want to be at the church and whatnot. So, but yeah, so what he's saying, said Rutledge, Charter does not is not doing the same today. We provide critical communication services, and we believe our approach to supporting frontline employees is the right way for us to operate at this time to continue to deliver those important services. So we're going to take a look at Tom Rutledge in a second, but I mean, granted, there are certain job positions that don't require you to work from home, but the general idea now is less. We don't need people congregating together, and that's just going to make it worse until we can actually figure this thing out. We know that it dies off after 48 hours if it's not in contact with anything, and 2 weeks quarantine time. So right now, at least 2 weeks quarantine time. So yeah, it makes sense for them to just say, hey, Charter is a big company. Say, hey, hey, take 2 weeks off or work from home if you can. But Charter still wants to deliver customer service during these times where people are probably need them. I don't know how Charter works, but let's take a look at Tom Rutledge, because this guy is all about his business, right? He's won awards for distinguished leadership. He's in the Cable Hall of Fame, broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame. So this guy, just taking a look at his accolades, this type of guy is somebody that is all about his plan, his bottom line. He's all about the company. He's a company man, right? So people like this can wait too long, wait out stuff too long. Hey, maybe the tornado isn't going to come in this area. Let's wait and see. Oh, it's only a city over. Let's wait and see if it actually comes this way. Oh, it's only a block over. Let's see what happens. Before you know it, you're in the storm. And so I can see why the engineers say, hey man, I'm a we all grown folks. I think we all can make our own decisions. Maybe he could have approached it differently, right? Maybe he could have just said, hey, I'm sick, but maybe he has the integrity not to lie, and he wanted to address it publicly, or throughout the whole company. That's why he sent out the email. But we're going to see what happens. I believe this guy's going to get his job back. I honestly believe he's going to get his job back, right? I think he's going to get his job back, or either that he's going to end up on CNN or some type of big news station telling his story. All right, folks. So the next thing we're going to talk about is theatrical releases straight to video. So NBC Universal is among one of the companies that's not only releasing some of their up and coming movies to video on demand, but they're also releasing them in theaters as well. Even though they're releasing them to theaters that will allow people to come there. So, but they're expecting that a lot of people won't come to the theaters, which is true. But they're also adding movies from their other libraries, or movies that's already still in theaters. They're going to make them available on demand early as well. So let's go ahead and head over to Disney. So Disney Plus has already made Frozen 2 available on the Disney Plus platform. Now that wasn't scheduled to be on video on demand for 3 months, but they released it early. They knowing people at home, everybody's making the necessary adjustments to accommodate the people who working from home or having to stay at home, especially the kids. Man, this is going to be big because a lot of kids are out of school early, right? So NBC Universal, what they're doing is they're releasing movies such as Troll, World Tour, which isn't out yet, but that's going to be released video on demand. It's going to be available for $20, right? Let's go here. It's going to be available to rent for you can once you rent it, you have 48 hours to watch it, and a movie costs $20. Right now, a lot of people may be thinking, "Hey, $20 is a lot." You know, me personally, yeah, $20 does seem like a lot, but when you think about it versus going to the movie theater, it's cheap. But what if you're that type of person that wasn't going to the movies to see it anyway? Is this something you buy and rent? You know, I think it helps both parties because, take for me example, I wasn't going to go to the movies and see it anyway, but since it's available on demand, maybe I check it out. And then you got people that were going to go to the movies to see it anyway. Now they can sit around and be comfortable while they watch it. They're most likely going to watch it. But I think overall, if this really works out, I think this can really start shaping how they do movie releases. Because I think when you do movie releases like this, video on demand, if this work out and if it creates profit, I think it's just more convenient for people. You know, and especially if it's profitable, like I said, if it's profitable, it's going to be a new big thing, and it's going to be available on various video on demand services, right? Various video on demand services, but other movies that are going to be available as early as Friday, as early as this up and coming Friday, is movies that's already out at the theaters, but they're not available on DVD or Blu-ray or anything like that, or video on demand. Is The Hunt, The Invisible Man, and The Invisible Man. So Dr. Dolittle, The Turning, which are all great movies. But this could be a new thing for the cord cutting market. So another thing I want to talk about is just real quick, Dwayne Wade's Life Unexpected is now available to watch on ESPN Plus. So if you got the Disney Plus bundle with Hulu, ESPN Plus, you can watch that for free. It was released on ESPN, but now it's on ESPN Plus. All right, next let's talk about Fox. Fox has bought Tubi TV. Acquisition still pending, but I want to take a look at Fox. And just real quick, what's been going on with Fox? Now, Fox is known for, in my mind, for two things: regional sports and contract disputes. That's right. So Fox is buying a free platform. What are they going to do with it? You know, what is Fox going to do with a free streaming platform? Now, when Viacom bought Pluto TV, a lot of people thought that they were going to start charging for it, make it a pay type of service, but they didn't. I think it's been over a year and they still haven't made it a pay service. So they are improving on it. It seems like it's easy money. Why charge for something when you don't need to? You have other streaming platforms out there. You know, Viacom is into a lot of different companies already. You know, they got money coming from every which way, but Fox themselves, they have money coming from every which way. And for them to buy Tubi TV, I hope they don't make it a paid service. Because just look at it. Tubi TV is more popular than Pluto TV. I think the recent numbers that I seen online was Tubi TV had 25 million. Pluto TV had 20 million viewers or subscribers or users. So Tubi TV is definitely more popular. Me personally, I like both platforms, but I enjoy Tubi TV more because you are able to search for actors or movie titles or whatnot. Right? So that makes Tubi TV a better platform. But Fox, please don't mess with Tubi TV. Don't distort. Don't take and switch up, make it a paid service. Please don't do that. Please. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Let me know what you think about this Fox buying Tubi TV. Again, Fox is known for carriage disputes, and you know I was going to want to get into the blackouts per year when it's come to carriage disputes in general. All right. Um, so let's just go over these numbers. 2010, 8, right? It was only 8. Then when the 2010, that was a little bit after the I think that was the, what they call that, 2008, the housing market crashed. So this is about the rebound time. 2011, 42, 2012, the numbers going up. 13, 119 carriage disputes. Well, we talking about carriage disputes between content licensees such as Fox and content buyers like Dish or whatever. 2014, 94. 2015, 123. 2017, it was 213. 2018. So those numbers, I'm pretty sure 2019, it probably went down because companies were still trying to figure out what's going on with cord cutting. Right, they were probably in the second phase of what's cord. Is our consumers really want to take to this streaming? So I think 2020, it's only March, and we're seeing a lot of carriage disputes. Roku and Fox, Dish Network and Fox, YouTube TV and Fox. I mean, I think it's probably going to see a lot more carriage disputes, specifically with Fox, because that just seems like what they do. But just to give you guys an example of how it works, and I said this in the previous video. So you see right here, this was a dispute back in 2009. Fox sought a monthly fee of $1 per subscriber. So if a company has 14 million subscribers, they would have to pay that much money per month. 14 million per month for to hold that content. But keep in mind, this content isn't there. Fox isn't supplying them with HBO or Showtime. There's just Fox programming. That's a lot of money, right? But the rules of negotiation states that one side is going to start at the highest and one side is going to start at the lowest, right? But with that said, what happens is, usually to help aid in their negotiation, Fox, Viacom, whoever's trying to get the most money will go to the court of public opinion, right? They will start posting on their social media now, hey, Dish doesn't want you to watch Fox. You need to go and tell them to have Fox. And that's when you see people calling Dish Network, hey, I'm going to cancel, right? People getting mad at Dish Network instead of getting mad at Fox for one ridiculous amount of money. So this, in Dish and YouTube TV, they let you know what's going on there, and they say, hey, when you complain to us, you're just helping their side for negotiation. That's why we don't want to have to go up on your prices. They're only offering, they want this much money for 5 channels. We can't afford to pay this much. 10 million per month for just 5 channels. We're going to have to go up on your pricing, but people don't understand that. So a good example of this is a lot of people complain about DirecTV being so expensive, but if you notice, back in the day, DirecTV was giving up the money. They wasn't really trying to do contract disputes like that, so you didn't hear too much about them, but they were giving up to $2.85 per subscriber. Even Comcast, when we look at some negotiations between Comcast was giving up $3.40 per month per subscriber. So that, and a lot of people was complaining about Comcast prices, right? But still, they was able to keep going, and they have customers. But I think if Comcast didn't have internet and phone, the triple play, they probably wouldn't be around. See, DirecTV had to go under because of probably the high prices, right? Just look at it. So the company that was the most expensive had to go out of business. I don't think they was expensive because they were greedy. They were expensive because they were giving in to these contract disputes and they weren't negotiating, right? They say, hey, whatever. Fox probably considered themselves as having the best negotiating tactics. That's probably why they always in disputes, right? They probably betting that the consumers are going to side with them. Hey, the consumers want our channel, right? That's their whole thing. But you see the cheapest of the satellite companies, Dish Network, they're still around. They have had the most some of the most publicly contract disputes with Fox, but they're still around, and so their Dish is actually doing something right. All right, so folks, we need at the end of the day, we need to side with our TV providers, not with the people that's behind the scenes pointing the finger. That's like when people saying that Russia is manipulating what's going on in the U.S. with the fake media, scheduling certain rallies. They might schedule a KKK rally across the street from the Black Lives Matter, and at the same time, they're not even in this country, but they're able to manipulate how we react to certain situations. So that's what's going on with these carriage disputes. Don't let them manipulate you, folks. That is it. Catch you guys next time.